You're
Yeah.
listening to G Woman Radio, the 24/7 radio for the gifted, genius, and game changing woman.
Welcome to the G Spot, powered by G Woman Radio. The G Spot is a bold space for genius conversations with global game changers. Each episode of this live radio show brings together thought leaders, innovators, business owners, creators, and change makers for fearless conversations about leadership, legacy, innovation, and global impact. Now welcome your hosts, Alex Okoroji, Frankie Picasso, Swapna Abraham, Clara Rufai, and Mayuri Naidu.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the G Spot. Yes, my name is Alex Okoroji, and yes, this is where genius meets the global game changer. I'm Alex Okoroji, like I mentioned, and I'm here joined by my powerhouse co-hosts, the co-founders of G Women Media, and of course today's theme is reclaiming power, the politics of women in the modern age. But just before I check in with my co-host, we need to apologize for coming started the show a little late. And as you can imagine, anything that can go wrong has tried to go wrong. But today on World Radio Day, we celebrate our resilience, of course, and the power of, the voices of women. So I'm going to check in quickly with my co-host, Frankie. Are you there?
Oh, here I am. I'm here. I apologize. You know what? What can go wrong will go wrong. It's live, and this happens every first show. First show of the second season. We should be seasoned by now. Every week, we bring you bold conversations with women shifting, challenging systems, and creating new legacies. Over to you, Swapna.
Thank you, Frankie. Well, we're putting past everything that's gone wrong. Today's episode is all about reclaiming power, the politics of womanhood in the modern age. And we are thrilled to welcome a game changer who is blazing trails in her field. To you, Clara.
Hi, everyone. I'm joining in live from the G Woman studio here in London. And let me tell you, the vibe is high in spite of the stuff that's tried to go wrong. G Sport Season 2 is officially here on World Radio Day, no less. And what better way to celebrate than by turning up the volume on bold conversations and brilliant women? Welcome.
Amazing. Mayuri, hi, are you there?
Yes, I am, Alex, all the way in South Africa, where it is also rainy and a little bit windy and cold, but very happy to be here. Very excited to start season 2 of the G Spot, and very, very excited to speak to our guest.
Awesome. Now, I know that we do have our guest here already in the studio with us, and it took us a while to get her in. But like we said, we're women of resilience, and like everything, when your muscle is a little bit, you know how you have to test it and see how things are going. So we're so glad you all can join us, and wherever you're listening from around the world, this is still the G Spot. Yes, this is the G Spot. We're coming to you live on G Woman Radio, and we're excited. So, Clara.
Sure. Before we bring on our brilliant, game-changing guest today, I want to take a moment just to honor two gifted, genius, and game-changing women from our G Woman magazine Gutsy Issue Power List. That list is titled The Top 25 Gutsy Women Inspiring Us. Now, the Gutsy issue is about women who dare, women who defy, and women who define our times. And today, I'm shouting out two icons who've rewritten the rules in the world of entertainment. The first woman up in my G Spotlight today, she didn't just direct films, she redirected history. She's none other than Catherine Bigelow, and she is known and celebrated as the first woman to win Best Director. At a time when Hollywood's biggest stages were overwhelmingly male, Catherine proved that women can command the biggest stages in film and win. She shattered Hollywood's old boys club with her film The Hurt Locker, a 2008 American war film which she directed. She's proved that women can command both vision and box office. And now our second gifted genius game-changing woman, Shonda Rhimes, the queen of prime time who turned storytelling into a powerful force, redefining representation looked like on screen. She didn't just tell stories, she made Thursday nights belong to us women. She claimed prime time and she made it unapologetically female. And in doing so, she changed prime time forever. Their achievements, these two women, their achievements remind us that courage creates legacy and that representation can reshape industries. And that, my friends, is what guts looks like. And I'm passing the mic all the way over to South Africa now to my co host, Kate Mayuri.
Thank you, Clara. Yes, if you haven't read our latest Top 25 G Woman Power List in the Gutsy Issue 2025 edition of G Woman Magazine, then after the show, head on to www.gwomanmag.com to read about the amazing gifted, genius, and game-changing women featured. Over to you, Alex.
Thank you, Mayuri. Thank you. And Clara, I always love listening to your G list. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back.
Are you a gifted, genius, and game-changing woman looking for your tribe? This is your moment. Introducing the G Woman Collective, a powerful new global hub where women who lead, build, create, and innovate come together to rise. Founded on the premise that women's collective voices hold boundless power. At the heart of our mission lies a powerful purpose: to ignite global visibility and momentum for women everywhere. Whether in boardrooms or broadcasting, the mission is simple: make women seen, heard, and unstoppable. Join thousands of women across continents in a vibrant digital epicenter that's redefining community, collaboration, and visibility. From private forums and global networking to live sessions, masterminds, mentorships, and exclusive media features, including access to our sub-collectives. This is not your average membership. This is your seat at the table. Become a G-Woman ally, G-Woman champion, or G-Woman vanguard, and step into a space designed to amplify your voice, fuel your mission, and elevate your legacy. Sign up now at gwomancollective.com and let's rise together. G-Woman Collective, where gifted, genius, and game-changing women belong.
Okay, welcome back. And if you're just joining us, yes, this is the G Spot, and we are coming to you live from G Women Radio on World Radio Day. And yes, we're excited right now to meet the game changer. So let's get into it. Our guest today is Patricia Elias. Now, she is a senior gender expert and a lawyer in international law, Arab, French, English, and North American laws, whose work with the UN has focused on governance, women's political participation and leadership, the rule of law, and of course, gender equality. Now, as the senior advisor and program coordinator for the UN Women Regional Office for Arab States, she supported the design of its governance and women's political participation and leadership program for the Arab states. Now, additionally, Patricia is the founder of Avena Liban, and I hope I got that correctly, an NGO promoting democracy, human rights, and women's and children's rights. She is a humanitarian activist who has built an orphanage in Cameroon, worked with street children in Gabon, and assisted in the reintegration of women over 45 to the workforce in France. Now, Patricia was awarded the French Medal of Associative Commitment by the mayor of Paris, Ile-de-France, Ile-de-France, forgive my French, for her global engagement in human rights. Now, she introduced the Women's Awards in Lebanon that rewards NGOs and personal initiatives on advancing gender equality. I'm so excited to welcome you here to the show, Patricia. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited. I'm happy. Thank you, you extraordinary women.
Bienvenue, Patricia. We are so glad to have you here on the show. This is the G Spot. Patricia, I wanted to ask you, what was the spark that started your journey as an international lawyer and gender expert? When was that moment?
Well, when I was 17, our first year of law in the university, the dean, that was a woman, came and read us all the discriminatory laws against women. And I was so shocked, and this determined my whole life. I was so shocked to see that because we are born girls, we had less rights than any boy in the whole world. And since my career, my life was determined, like I would have to change those discriminatory laws, and I have to work for gender equality. And this is what I have done since I was 17 years old.
May I ask what country you grew up in?
Lebanon. I am
in
French
Lebanon.
and Lebanese. Yeah, but even in
Thank you.
French, even in the whole world, Frankie, it's been only 70 years that we have our rights, like right to education. It's less than 50 years that we have the right to go and vote and to be elected. Less than 50 years. It is yesterday. And until the years 70, 80, women could not go out without written permission of their husbands. They couldn't travel without a written permission of their husbands. Also, even in France, women didn't have any rights on their children, custody rights. It was only the man. In the 70s, it changed to be equal rights. Yeah, and until today, we don't have equal rights, not even equal pay, and also violence against women and girls.
It's incredible. Over to you, Swapna. Thank you for that answer, Patricia.
Thank you, Frankie. Patricia, speaking about a country, Lebanon, that's been battered time and again by all kinds of man-made and other calamities, and the last remember was 2020, if I'm not mistaken. But for a 17-year-old to have that kind of a realization, surely you were not the only girl in that class. There were many others, but it was you that felt what you did and did all that you did thereafter, right? So, Patricia, I'm sure you overcame or you faced barriers growing up. Is there anything that you would like to share with us? And we would love to know how you overcame that personal barrier. Patricia?
We may have lost her. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back. Don't go anywhere, everyone.
Are you looking for a unique gift for baby showers, bedtime songs, fun time songs, and songs that teach lessons? Family road trip songs the whole family will enjoy. Songs that will trigger young imaginations. Nurture and educate your children, but adults will enjoy too? Then choose a Children's Song a Day book. This extraordinary book experience contains 1,000 songs in 5 volumes that will delight children age 4 through 12, along with eye-popping illustrations and lyrics. Each song can be downloaded via a QR code on each page in 2 versions, one with full song, the other for a karaoke experience. Lyrics, melody, and singing are the creation and talent by Dr. Swapna Abraham, who embarked on a 1,000-day journey setting 4 world records in singing songwriting by the Golden Book of World Records. Each song is crafted for children to inspire dreams and explore life's wonders. They're available now on any Amazon near you, so get yours now and start singing.
It makes me want to frown. Down the hills, down the ocean, down the fields, wide horizon. Will bring a big smile to another girl or boy.
Okay, everyone, welcome back. This is still the G Spot, and we're trying to figure out, what's going on with our guests now. Don't forget, everyone, this is Normal with Radio, and of course, we are all coming to you live from around the world, co-hosts in different regions around the world, and so we're trying to make sure that our guest is situated, and you know how it is. Anything that can go wrong can go wrong. But today is World Radio Day, so let's talk a little bit about this while we try to get our guest back on air. Frankie, Swapna, you all, it's World Radio Day. How do you feel celebrating today, the power of radio and the power of voice, and just what we're doing together, all of us?
Well, first of all, this is Frankie coming from Toronto, Canada. I am so excited to be here, back with my sisters here for season 2. And I can tell you honestly, I've been doing this since 2007, and almost every time I've had a new show, what could go wrong went wrong. I think it's just high energy, hits the technology gods and explodes them, and just, you know what, it's only up from here. That's all I can tell you. It's only up from here. So, Swapna, what about your experience?
Frankie, well. Here I am from Cochin, Kerala, God's own country. We call it God's own country, India. And from a rather monotonous life where it's a 9 to 5, blah, blah, blah. I know the G-Spot's what I've been waiting for. So although I've been seriously missing in action, there's no way I would miss World Radio Day, or much less the lovely G-Spot show that we're back on, second season, episode 1. No matter what went wrong, we are going to go through it and we come out, sisters. Yes, we will.
100%.
Absolutely. Mayuri.
Hello, everybody from South Africa. This is Mayuri, and I am, I'm just thinking about how 2025 was such a challenge for a lot of us, and I think this is the remnants of the 2025 energy. So we banish it and just welcome in all the good. But I do have to say that there is something very intimate about radio. There's no filters, there's no algorithms. It's just your voice. So today on World Radio, I think we need to honor the power of voice, especially women's voices that we use to inform, to inspire, to ignite movements, and to celebrate culture and governance and bring peace to the world. So I'm very, very grateful to be a small part of this.
Awesome. Well, you hit the nail on the head with that one. We're so grateful to have a medium that we can reach people all over the world, right? And that's what we're doing with G Women Media, where of course G Women Radio is one of our multi platforms, and to be able to celebrate with people around the world. Okay, so we know our guest is back here. And don't forget, you all, wherever you're listening from around the world, you can be part of this conversation. I know that we took off to a rough start, but we're so glad to just be back on the air. And we're going to be here every Friday, same time, and of course, bringing amazing guests to connect with you. So I'm going to pass this microphone back to Swapna because our guest is back in the studio.
Well, thank you, Alex. Patricia, welcome back. We missed you.
Thank you. Sorry, really sorry.
for a class that may have had other women girls besides yourself, and for you to have felt what you did, that changed the course of history in a real way, right? Is there any, and surely there was, Patricia, a personal barrier that you overcame when you were young, and that made you this amazing woman that you are? Would you be so kind to share with us something about it, please?
Well, really, I never consider barrier. I always think that this is to make me advance. So I jump over barrier, and I only consider, and this is very important. My grandmother, my mom always has trusted me and told me, you are going to be somebody. You are going to be someone that will do great things. It was heavy on me, like, what shall I do to be this great person? And at the same time, it gave me trust in myself that I am a great person and I will do great things. And this is very important for every mother and father, to give confidence to their children that they can do everything they want, and this trust in life that I can overcome all barriers. And this is what I've tried to do.
Well, thank you, Patricia. You almost made the barriers seem invisible. Kudos to you. Over to you, Clara, for the next.
Yes, you're quite right, Swapna. I agree with you. I mean, Patricia is amazing with the work that she does. Patricia, for someone who's worked across international legal systems and governance structures at the highest levels, you probably have seen and heard a lot of assumptions, misconceptions, and myths along the way. So I want to ask you, given your extensive work in governance and women's political participation across like multiple legal systems, What is one persistent myth about women in leadership or women in political power that you would most like to dismantle today?
Well, I would say that we must not have this, glass ceiling. We must
Mm,
not have it, you know. We can do everything. One of the great ladies, Margaret Thatcher said, if you want something to be said, ask a man. If you want something to be done, ask a woman. And also a French other politician that said, we will have gender equality the day that a woman that is not competent will arrive to a high level, because men, even not competent, arrive to high levels and everybody feels that it's
mm,
okay. If it's a woman, they ask her to be the perfection, you know, and everybody is asking her to be the maximum, and is asking, and she is asking from herself the
mm,
maximum. But men don't like they owe them, you know. They think that this the job they are in is it's owed, you know. They deserve it. Women has to
mm,
work like double the man to deserve their jobs, but this
mm,
is not true. We don't need to do it. We are naturally multitask, incredible, powerful women, and we can be the best, you know, the best appropriate person in the leadership position we are in. I need every woman to trust herself, because I mean, we have this power. We have this incredible power. Unleash it. Unleash it, ladies.
indeed, indeed, we have the power. There's nothing we cannot do. I love
Yes.
that. I love that. I'll pass the mic now to Mayuri.
Hello, Patricia. Lovely to meet you. And thank you I can hear the passion in your voice when you talk about gender equality. And it kind of feels like you sort of answered my question that I was going to ask in Clara's question. So I wanted to ask you maybe what advice would you give to what other advice would you give to the next generation of women leaders who don't see those glass ceilings, to shatter them, you know, who realize we don't have to work twice as hard to get half the reward?
Yeah, I will say that we have something different from men. That is the soft power, this intelligence. How do you say, we are inclusive. We have this relational diplomacy, and we have this ethics that is so needed, ethics, you know, and also this fact of trying to have the mutual interest, you know. We are flexible,
Mm,
adaptable. We are not in the fight, you know. We are not fighting. We want a co-creation, you know. Our work is a co-creation. We have this cultural intelligence, the intelligence of the heart, this passion that is a power, you know, and
Mm,
this is our added value. You know, we don't go to the confrontation. We go to the co-creation, and this is why we succeed. And this is very important. We must. We are people. Women are trustful person. We work with respect, with ethics, tenacity, engagement, and this is very important. This is why we are trusted person. This is why when I go to states to ask for them to be in a project, they trust me because they know me. We build relations. We build bridges, you know,
mhm,
and this is
mm,
why.
mm,
And we have values, you know. This is why we are respected and we succeed in what we are doing.
mm,
Very important. And also authenticity and competence.
mm,
We are authentic and we have real competence. We work on competence, you know, and we have also another power, the power of empathy. The empathy we have that makes understand the other, you know, to search for the mutual interest, you know. So I
mm.
would summarize, but confidence, respect, ethics, values, you know, creation of how do you say, links, bridges, you know. This is it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Patricia. That really just resonates with us because that's what G Woman is all about. You know, we lead with integrity, authenticity, and collaboration over competition. Over to you, Alex.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you there, Mayuri. And of course, thank you, Patricia, and everyone else who's listening. Don't forget that this is still G Women Radio. You're listening to the G Spot. I was listening to you, Patricia. You talked about all the amazing qualities that women have. I mean, we know this, and this is why, obviously, we continue to advocate for peace. And I think what resonated, you said something about cultural intelligence and relational
Yes.
diplomacy, and those things,
Yes.
stuck out for me. I do want to ask you, because we always ask this question here to our guests about your G-spot moment. And for us, that G-spot moment is that game-changing moment. I know you've shared about, your upbringing. You've also shared about your experiences and the things that you observed since you were 17 as a young girl. But I want to know, can you think of any particular instance, one particular event that happened, something that happened that turned things around for you and made you feel like, well, this is a game-changing moment and I know that I'm built for this? Because I don't think, yes, if you can share that with us, I'm sure that our listeners want to
Yes.
hear.
Well, when I was in France, I wanted to change things. So in the municipality, is the how do you say in Paris, we had elections to have member to the municipality, and we did a list of civil society. We were 39%. I was number 10 on this list, and they gave me all the communication to have, And at the last moment, they asked me to take the floor. They were 4% from the list that should speak to the public, and they asked me to do it instead of another person. And like this, in like half an hour before, I had to have this speech in front of like 400 people. So I worked on my speech, and I had my speech. And when I ended the speech, and everybody was applauding, I was very much high. It was my G spot. I understood that this is what I want to do all my life. I like to address people. I like to have speeches with great public in front of me because I'm passionate about people. And when I speak to them, I speak with my heart, and they respond to me, And this was really the moment that I will all my life know that was my G-spot moment. I knew that I was done for this, having speeches in public and, for great causes, of course. So, yes, this was my G moment.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And of course, we can feel that passion right here as we're listening to you. And you being a humanitarian lawyer and an advocate, of course, you want people to listen because our voices are powerful, right? We're able to use the power of our voices to inspire others, to create impact, and to make change, right? Because if people just have to listen, right? So thank you for sharing that. So we're gonna take another quick break, and then we'll come back for our roundtable.
Every era has its turning point, a moment when silence becomes too small for the voices ready to rise. Across continents, across cultures, women are creating, leading, building, and redefining what power looks like. But brilliance needs a platform, courage needs an amplifier, and genius deserves a global stage. Welcome to G Woman Media, a place where women's stories are not an afterthought, they are the centerpiece. Where diversity isn't decoration, it's our DNA. Where leadership isn't asked for, it is claimed. At G Woman Media, expression is power. We amplify women's voices, stories, experiences, and ideas to shape culture and inspire change. At G Woman Media, excellence is our standard. We build high-caliber media platforms, content, and communities that honor the brilliance of women. At G Woman Media, representation is a right. We create spaces where diverse global women are visible, valued, and celebrated. At G Woman Media, leadership is feminine. We promote women's leadership, agency, and influence across industries and continents. At G Woman Media, legacy is built, not given. We empower women to own their platforms, shape their futures, and leave impact-driven legacies. We are the magazine that documents her rise, the radio that carries her voice, the TV that tells her story, and the community that holds her journey. For the global woman, gifted, genius, game changer. This is your space, G-Woman, your mirror, your megaphone, your movement. The world is listening. Now it's your turn to speak.
Yes, and now it's your turn to speak. Welcome back, everyone. If you're just joining us, wherever you're listening from around the world, this is the G Spot. And yes, you're listening to us on G Women Radio. And we're so proud to be coming to you live on, of course, World Radio Day. So yes, it's time for our G Talk Roundtable. Over to you, Frankie.
Thank you so much, Alex. Patricia, you are leading a global petition titled No Peace Without Women to the UN Secretary General and the Deputy Secretary General, world leaders, governments, United Nations, regional organizations to take immediate and measurable action to fully implement the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 on women, peace, and security. You also are addressing the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, General Recommendation number 40, which addresses women's equal and inclusive representation. Yet today, only 10% of peace negotiators are women. Less than 1% of global funding for building is allocated to gender equality efforts, and women's human rights defenders and peace builders face increasing threats and even assassination. So what do you hope to get from this petition? And is there anything else that the women of the world can do to further this cause?
Thank you so much. Just in 2025, I was looking at the Global Peace Index, and the Global Peace Index stated that there are 78 state armed conflict in the world, more than in World War II. Wow. It says that the conflict are rising since 2010, 175%. 175% rise in the armed conflict in the whole world. It stated that the peace index is lowering in a threatening manner. And this is why we need to do something. So I launched this petition called No Peace Without Women, because data shows that when you have women in peace negotiation, you have 35% more chances to have a 15 years more lasting peace. Wow. So it's data that shows this. And UN Security Council took this resolution, adopted Resolution 1325 on women, peace and security in 2000, 26 years almost years ago, and it's still not implemented. So what I'm asking in this petition, No Peace Without Women, is to implement this security resolution. We need more women, because today less than 10% of women are in there are less than 10% women in the peace for negotiation peace negotiation for peace. I will tell you that my experience as a former senior advisor for UN Women in the Arab state, we were in one state that was in war, total war. We united 40 women, and there was blood between them, because the son of this one killed the brother of the other. The husband of this one killed the son of the other. So there was blood between them. We united 40 women, and those women, after 1 hour, were crying in the arms and hugging each other in the arms of each other, and they decided to do a network for peace building. Women go over everything, go over the blood even, for peace building, for human rights, for the future of their families and of their countries. So I'm asking everybody, we need everybody to sign this petition, men, women, youth. I'm including everybody. We need women in peace negotiation, together with men and with youth, to have all this, general how do you say, look, vision of peace building, and to have more peace in the whole world. So I did this petition. We are at 3,000 signature. We need 10,000. We will present it to the Secretary General of the UN. And I have another thing to tell you is we are doing an event in CSW, the Commission of the Status of Women in New York, at the United States in New York. And we have the chance to have united. I have had this great honor to unite NGO CSW New York, NGO CSW Geneva, Vienna, Africa, Latin America, Middle East, Asia Pacific. Those are the huge umbrella for all NGO that are accredited by UN. So all of them united under No Peace Without Women. And we will have 5 states, including Costa Rica, that is a peaceful state that doesn't have an army. Costa Rica is chairing the CSW this year. And we will call for No Peace Without Women. And hopefully we will have the recommendation of CSW this year being No Peace Without Women, the call No Peace Without Women. We need more women everywhere in peace negotiation at the decision table to change the future of humanity in a good way, in a positive way.
It certainly seems that way, Patricia. Thank you so much for taking on that heroic role. I mean, it's a Herculean role, really, when we look at it. It's just ginormous. Yes. And
yes, and
wow.
It's becoming so enormous. I'm feeling sometimes that I'm really a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. So women listening, come on, let's get on this. Women, I mean, 15 years of extra peace. How amazing is that? How amazing. Yeah.
It's amazing. It really is amazing. And I'll tell you what strikes me is the fact that, peace negotiations have, historically been dominated by men. Yet women are often the ones that are holding communities together during conflict, after conflicts. So when we say no peace without women, I agree with you, Patricia. We're not talking about token inclusion. It's the women, no peace indeed without women, because we're talking about restructuring the entire design of
Yes.
peace, basically. Because sustainable peace requires the voices of those who understand the social fabric. We're the ones, we're the bridge builders, we're the nurturers. So women definitely should be in the battlefield. Well done. Well done. I love the work you're doing.
So I'm asking from the G Woman Radio to, how do you say, forward this call, this petition, No Peace Without Women, for everybody. It's on my LinkedIn, Patricia Elias. But also, if you can broadcast it, to have everybody, all enlightened women and men and youth, to sign it, to say that all the people of the world, the goodwill people of the world, want peace. We want peace,
We definitely want peace, and of course, we're happy to support every positive endeavor and initiative that continues to move our things forward for women everywhere. So we're going to take a quick musical break because, yes, it's World Radio Day, and let me tell you what, radio without music, think about it. Okay, so we'll be back. We'll take this quick break, and we'll talk to you soon. You don't go anywhere. Enjoy.
It's one of those days when it's hot but it rains at the same time. One of those days I pretend that I am but I'm not fine. It's one of those days I couldn't get up if I wanted to. It's all of this weight on me. It's one of those days I look in the mirror, I don't know myself. One of those days I just wanna disappear. It's one of those days when I wanna give up, give in to impossible. I tried to be the hero, but I ended up the fool. Is it okay if I fall apart? Okay if I don't bounce back? I'll be okay, I just need a minute to be by myself. gonna lose it. It's one of those days I just wanna cry. It's one of those days I miss my mom, I miss my dad. I'm looking back on everything I ever had. Is it okay if I fall apart? Okay if I don't bounce back? I'll be okay, I just need a minute to be by myself. Sometimes it feels better all alone. Sometimes it feels better locked away from the world, safe in my home. Is it okay if I fall apart? Okay if I don't bounce back? I'll be okay, I just need a minute to be by myself. Is it okay if I fall apart? Okay if I don't bounce back? I'll be okay, I just need a minute to be by myself. It's one of those days, it's hot but it rains at the same time. It's one of those days, I pretend I am but I'm not fine.
It's one of those days I pretend that I am, but I'm not fine. And I believe that this is the experience that we women all over the world are experiencing with all of the wars, the fighting, and just everything that's going on right now around the world. And of course, now more than ever, the work that Patricia Elias, our guest, is doing, as well as many of the women who are advocating for peace. This is why we're doing what we're doing. So again, once again, thank you all if you're joining us, wherever you're joining us from around the world. This is still the G Spot, and we have still here with us our very special guest, Patricia. And I know we don't have much time left because we kickstarted the show pretty late, trying to get, things together. Let's go on to our drop mic moment. So I'm going to start with you, Frankie. What is your drop mic moment from the conversations we've had with Patricia so far?
Thank you, Alex. Every woman needs to trust herself. We have the power. Unleash it. Thank you for that one, Patricia.
Yes. And Swapner, your drop mic moment?
I think it's what Patricia told me when I asked her the one question, that never saw anything as a barrier, only saw strength in everything. It's really hard to be like that, but to hear a woman is like that is very inspiring. It makes us look at life and our barriers differently. So thank you for that, Patricia. Really appreciate it.
Yes. And Clara, your drop mic moment?
My drop mic moment is no peace without women. And it starts from women.
Well, you said that like a lawyer, right? I see that you both are connected. You both are connected, like, right there. And Mayuri, your drop mic moment?
Well, I really love the idea of relationship diplomacy and intelligence of the heart. That struck me really deep. But Patricia, as a whole, you are just so inspiring and incredible to remind us that we as women can do anything we want, even take on this task of peace in the world. Nothing is too
Yes,
small for us. So thank you for
yes.
reminding us of that.
Thank you.
Yes. Well,
Or too big, you mean?
you stole that drop mic moment from me because I was about to say that.
I did.
Yeah, I know. No, that's a joke. But seriously, I was like, that's what resonated for me when she started listing all the amazing things that women are and why it is so important for women to be part of these negotiations, right? We have cultural intelligence, we have relational diplomacy, and all of the things you said. I mean, I repeat those words because they stuck out for me. And, we're so grateful for the work that you do, Patricia. And I wish we had time to spend longer. I know that we cut the show a little bit shorter than usual, just because, of course, we're watching the clock and we only have 4 minutes before we're out of here. But are there any final words? Just any final words from you, something that we can take away today for those who are listening now and for those who will still catch the replay, even if they missed the show live. Any message for women of the world?
Yes, yes, yes. I will tell you that I profoundly think that the future of humanity is women. The future of humanity is women. We must rely on women. I was in the Paris Peace Forum, and there were many huge NGOs discussing about peace. And I raised my hand. I told them, invest in women. The future of humanity is women. And everybody was applauding like it was, they discovered that the future of humanity could be women if they invest in women. And this is what I'm saying. And I'm telling all women, unleash your power. We are the future of the world.
Amazing, amazing. So if you're listening to us, don't forget that it's time for you to unleash yourself, unleash your power, women. As our guest has said, the future of humanity is woman, and that's why we are here as G Woman Media. So I want to thank you all. Thank you to all our listeners for listening to our show as we kick off season 2 of the G Spot. Of course, we're coming to you now live every Friday, same time here, 12 p.m. Eastern time if you're in the US, Canada, 5 p.m. GMT. For those, everyone else globally around the world, of course, check your time zone. And of course, that will change as we move into the daylight saving mode. It'll be 4 p.m. back to our usual original time. So it's been a fabulous conversation with you, Patricia. Thank you for giving us your time. And and of course, thank you to our listeners. Don't forget to follow us online at G Woman Media. We're G Woman Media everywhere, Instagram, LinkedIn. And of course, learn more about all our different multimedia platforms and our collective, our G Woman Collective, for the Gifted Genius Game Changing Woman. And tag us in your thoughts with hashtag GSpot Show. And let us know what you enjoyed listening to our guest. Any questions, any thoughts, or any encouragement or feedback for her, we'll definitely pass it on to her. Don't forget that if you can catch the replay on gwomanradio.com or wherever else you get your podcasts. So until next time, stay genius, stay
game
Changing.
That's right. Stay game changing, everyone.
You're tuned into G Woman Radio for the global woman, gifted, genius, game changer,